Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Super Mario Land 2! Last time we finished off the Tree Zone, the first world that we decided to take on, and this time we're doing this really arbitrary level that's set off to the side, away from everything, and to be honest, I don't know if it really serves any purpose at all, but it's going to be the first level that we do in this video, and it is an auto-scrolling kind of normal grass level with enemies to jump on. I honestly don't think you need to beat this level to do anything really. I think it's kind of just a power-up gathering, enemy destroying, extra life gaining level, to be completely honest here. But here we go, we have a mushroom. I don't know if it saved our power-up. I know it started us off as Small Mario. I turned off the game. I actually don't remember which power-up I had before I turned it off. So that is kind of a thing. I think there is a secret star in this level which you can use to destroy enemies and rack up some lives, although otherwise... this level is honestly... Oh, so we ended up getting... yeah, so we defeated 100 enemies if you look at that counter down beside the time limit there. And I incorrectly said that when you do that you get an extra life. But what actually happens is a star falls down from the sky, which you can use to destroy enemies to then therefore rack up extra lives. So the best time that can possibly happen is in a level like this where there are just lots of enemies to destroy. I could swear that that level had a star. An actual, like, invisible star that we could have found, rather than the one that was just provided for us. But there you go, that's that level, and that counts as an exit. I do want to kind of see where I missed that star, though. I could swear it was near that empty block that we came across. I did point out in an earlier part, I kind of forgot the test that I did pretty much 2 years prior to this, which was where I looked at a whole bunch of different platforming Mario games, and compared the amount of time that the star lasted in each of them. Super Mario Land 2 actually ranks as the second longest star. There we go. It was on the left of the invisible block and not the right of it. That was my bad. But it kind of worked out well anyway because it's the one that fell from the sky. But yeah, the star in this game lasts 14 seconds, with Super Mario Land 1 star lasting 16 seconds, and Super Mario World lasting 17 seconds in the longest spot. Super Mario Bros. 3 lasts 7 seconds, Mario Bros. 2 lasts 8 seconds. All of the new Super Mario Bros. Games last 10 seconds, and Super Mario Bros. 1 lasts 12 seconds. I'm dying as I look over at my sheet there just to make sure I'm getting these numbers right. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting discrepancy between all the different platforming Mario games, but this one is 14 seconds, so we can remember that throughout the rest of the Let's Play. But yeah, that's just the really random level there, which seems to only serve the purpose of allowing you to get a Fire Flower and some 1-ups if you know about the secret star. Otherwise, completely pointless. But in not so pointless related news, we are now moving on to the macro zone, where Mario will use his knowledge of macroeconomics to explain how the economic relations of the United States affect the economic balance of the entire universe, or something along those lines. Or maybe not. The macro zone, where everything is super huge, and Mario is slightly smaller in comparison. Let's see what number I have, or what number color code rather I have for this level. We're going to enter that right now. And there you go. That's the code that I had for this level. We made it a little bit more orange. I guess the ground matches a bit more that way. It kind of stinks when you pause in this game. It does this really obnoxious flashing effect. So it's pretty much impossible to accurately set the colors while it's on pause. But when you press the L and R buttons, the game keeps running and the time keeps going down. So that's why, if you notice a big discrepancy in time between when I cut and when I come back, that is pretty much why. And we missed a single coin. Good job, Andrew. Good job on that one. But we also have, the scary tar stuff going on down here. And if you take the lower path, you get a power-up. I want the bunny ears. Firepower is cool, but the bunny ears are also pretty cool. And Super Mario Super Mario Land 1, and that's not fair. You were totally not spiky when I jumped at you. Your firepower bounces off walls and goes all crazy, but in Super Mario Land 2, that didn't come back. Honestly, it was actually kind of cool that it did that in Super Mario Land 1, especially as the screen seemed a lot more confined, and it could pick up coins when your fireballs hit them, which was pretty cool. But overall, having normal firepower in this game works just as well. But yeah, as this is the macro zone, even ants are pretty gigantic, and they do this really dumb spiky effect at like the worst possible time, and it's really annoying. Also, we could totally spin jump on these, but it probably isn't a good idea. It also seems like there's often secrets hidden around the checkpoint bell, so we're going to check all over the place for those. But let's see here. Let's not fall into the instant death tar. That does not sound super great. We got another carrot. There you go. I was just talking about how much I wanted a carrot. And now we totally got one. But let's see. This platform is one of the falling variety. Let's see. Which path do we want to take? This level actually has a secret exit, which we're going to want to grab. Although I think it's near the end somewhere, which we are slowly approaching. Gotta get all of those guys. We might actually be hit with a dead end. I think that we need firepower to find the secret exit. Unless this is firepower. It actually is. Hey! That's kind of a jerk move. So, alright, note to self, next time do not jump there or else there will be a block which will not allow us to get to that pipe. That's mean. I wasn't expecting it to be that mean, but it was. Oh, wow. We've noticed a few things in Super Mario Land 2, like that one-up block in the third level / fourth level if you include the bonus level of the tree zone, where you hit that block right when you're trying to make a jump across the gap. That's rather mean. But anyway, what do we have in here? This sun, I know that there's a little bit of a split path. There's an upper path that we can go into. And there's also the lower path that was repeated. So that's actually the secret exit. But let's continue on, and when we go back to the lower path next time and get that fire flower, we will then come up and get that secret exit. But I don't think that the normal exit is actually too much farther. Wow. But you can actually see a little bit of the goal right there. Yeah, again, jumping sometimes throws me off in this game. Super Mario Land 2, the level lengths, there's a large discrepancy between them. Like, the last level that we did was very short, and this level is a little bit longer. But still, it's kind of like, it's a complete toss-up whether or not it's going to be a long level or a short level. Actually, I guess we could take the lower path this time and get this secret, if we do not botch it and accidentally hit that invisible block, which is completely silly. Again, even with the rabbit ears, you cannot duck jump. If you hold down and you jump, it will just do a normal jump, which is rather silly. But see if we run across that. We can now get down here, and if we get over here, I think we have some 1-ups. Yes, that's a 1-up. That's a... There you go. So it's pretty much a 3-up, except in 1-up form, and there's no secret against the wall over there. It's interesting. I am recording this since I have uploaded the very first part of this Let's Play, and I think it's really cool to hear just how many of you are saying that Super Mario Land 2 is one of, if not the #1, favorite Mario game that you have ever played. That's really funny, though, considering that I never, ever hear people talking about Super Mario Land 2. You never hear people talking about the level design from it, the different world, the fact that it wasn't linear. Like, I just never hear people talking about that, yet from the fact that so many of you enjoyed the first part of my Let's Play. It definitely is cool to see that there definitely is a fan base for this series. With that said, though, that takes us to a secret level, which actually is not a dead end, because after beating this level, it will take us over to the level that's on the top of the house there. But before we tackle the secret level, let's find the normal exit. I mean, I say find as if we totally didn't already know where it is. But yeah, I just think it's really cool that so many people do like Super Mario Land 2, especially since it is a lot different from a lot of the other games in the Super Mario Brothers series. That, you know, it kind of says something that maybe people do want more than just a typical Mario game where Bowser kidnaps Princess Peach. Maybe people do want stories, which, you know, Mario's castle gets kidnapped and Wario's the bad guy. I mean, I guess his castle didn't technically get kidnapped, but it got taken over by Wario. You know, there's something a bit different. I would love to see a bit more, you know, variety in the Mario games, rather than just 8 worlds which follow familiar themes, with a familiar final boss, with familiar music. I definitely think it's really cool to see something like Super Mario Land 2, which does change things up so greatly. And I think it's great to see that there's so many other people out there who want something like that as well. And you know, we should all just do like a mass email to Nintendo to tell them that that's what we want on, you know, for our next Mario game. Like, if the NX comes out and it's literally just, you know, New Super Mario Brothers NX, and it's Mario 3D star collecting, or no, actually, it's not, even if it's not like a star collecting adventure, like, since Mario Galaxy 2, there hasn't actually been a Mario game where you go around and collect stars, and I actually want to see another one of those, because we've had Super Mario 3D Land and 3D World, which are interesting because they kind of take the Mario formula, which has been used so often, and just makes it 3D. Meanwhile, I feel like in the star collecting Mario games, you did have some more of that innovation that you don't often see, like, you know, levels inside mechanical areas, like inside of a clock or factories, and just other things that the normal Mario games don't usually follow. With that said, though, we have the secret level of Macro Zone, but I do have a code for this level, which we are going to enter, so you can watch that pause effect while we enter this, and we'll be back in 1 second. There we go, so these colors should look a little bit familiar. These colors are ones that I also use for the final level of the tree zone. It's pretty cool, actually. Actually, I think I'm going to want that. Because I originally had this code created for this level, because this was a color set that I created myself. And after seeing what the final level of the tree zone looked like, I said, hey, you know, it kind of looks like this level, so let's use the code for that level as well. But yeah, this level is pretty much just floating blocks in the sky, amongst an auto-scrolling level. And I think we're going to... No! Darn it, Mario! Just a little bit too slow with the spin jumping there. This level overall is another one of those, as I was saying. It's not very long, it's not very complex, it's pretty much just a level which serves the purpose of a shortcut, but also for finding secrets, or for collecting coins, extra lives, and power-ups. But yeah, it does lead us to the final level of the Macro Zone, but of course, we're not going to cheat. We're going to, this is definitely going to be a 100% Let's Play, so we're going to go back and beat all of the levels, which we have the potential to skip. Darn, that's right. I always forget. We want to be up here doing this as soon as possible. Come on, Mario, you can do it! Yes, we can! Alright, let's get those coins, get some more 1-ups. We're over 30 extra lives now. Again, I would love to see us hit 99 by the end. We are going to have some bonus games later on that we will pay coins to play, and we're almost at 999 of those, only about 300 away from that. Again, of course, it is good to have firepower here because we have blocks which we can destroy, question mark here which we can spin jump on to get an extra life, and just like that, there we go. And yeah, I mean, the end of the level is so quick. If you hit that fire block there, you're kind of toasting yourself, but thankfully, we did not. So unfortunately, 2 of the 3 levels in this part weren't very short. But like I said, there's just such a massive toss-up in Super Mario Land between long levels and short levels that we're going to have some longer videos and some shorter videos. But hopefully, you enjoy them all nonetheless. Because as I said, I think it's so cool that so many people out there do think that Mario Land 2 is an awesome game. Because it's just not a game that you really ever hear people talking about. And even in my videos, it's not something I really heard people talk much about. Until I brought up that I was doing Let's Play of it, and now I'm really happy to see that everyone is looking forward to seeing more of it. So I apologize for the rather short video today, but hopefully you'll look forward to tomorrow, or rather not tomorrow, but the next part. Tomorrow will hopefully be something different, but the next part, which we will conclude the Macro Zone with 3 levels, which I do not believe are too short, so it should be a decently length part. But with that said, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time for more Mario Land 2. So thanks, and see you later.